Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using GGC Treasure Bag Winter Wonders, and this is the pearl that we received. It's a 6mm glass pearl, and I really like the color of it. Years ago, probably 12, 13 years ago, I had a necklace which I bought from I think the International Gem and Jewelry Show, matching pair of earrings and a necklace with this dark color, navy blue kind of freshwater pearl. And so I want to mimic something like that with these pearls. So this is very, very cute. You can just string this in a bead stringing wire, crimp at the end, add a clasp, you're good to go. It looks very pretty and classic is what I feel. But I wanted to replicate that necklace. I think I damaged that necklace. The necklace was broken or something like that. It was like a over the head kind of. There was no clasp and everything. But in the chain, the beads were suspended. The freshwater pearls were suspended. And there was the matching earrings. So it was very pretty, so I just wanted to replicate it. We got toggle clasp in the box as well, like the colors that matches this beading chain that we received in the box. So the toggle clasps were there, but I wanted to use a magnetic clasp because I'm doing this for myself. So I picked up a magnetic clasp. It has a lobster clasp at the end, but I'm not going to use it. But just the magnetic clasp I'm going to use. And then I have here size 1 bead crimp. This is bead on bead crimp, and I'm going to cut this. So this is what our beads are. So what I'm going to do here is, first we received bead tips in this box as well, enough bead tips, so we need that. Okay, I mean just 2 of them, we don't need a lot. Okay, so we need the bead tips and then the crimp tube. So first we will secure one end of the chain with the clasp, and then we will continue stringing the bead so that it won't come off. I put down some crimp beads. Take it. First add your clamshell or bead tip. If you are new to clamshell or bead tip, see this, it has 2 domed side and a loop at the end. Sometimes it will be like a hook, but here we have 2 loops at the end, and there is a hole in the bottom as well in the bead tip. Okay, so the hole in the bottom, that's where we are going to go in with our beading chain. Okay, so the top part is like a V. Now add a crimp bead. I'm sorry if I am not, my eyes are still fuzzy. I'm still suffering from iritis or uveitis, so still not there yet. So I added the crimp bead. Now we have to crimp this. Okay, so you can do this either ways. You can flat crimp it, it's up to you. It's anyways inside the clamshell. It's going to be hidden inside the clamshell or the bead tip. So we can either flat crimp it or use a crimping pliers to crimp. So if you are using a crimping pliers, go with the second divot or the second hole towards the handle. Okay, the one closest to the handle, and press this first. Okay, and then go ahead and go to the first divot and squeeze that nice and rounded. Go around and squeeze. So now you can pull and see it's not coming. Then drop the clamshell down on top of this. See, I have that in between this domed part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my My bent nose pliers is of extreme use here, so take it, see how I'm holding it in between my fingers, do it that way. Okay, now hold it and just gently close the bead tip. See that it's completely closed. Go ahead and feel it and squeeze that. Make sure it's aligned properly so the hole is nice, and see how nicely it's done. So I really like this. So now you can add a jump ring here and add your clasp. So that's not important right now, we'll take care of that at the end. So now what we need to do here is so there is multiple beads that you can do. One thing I wanted to check is how well this is, because take a bead, crimp bead, and add it to the beading chain. Okay, and then this, see, it goes nicely in here. So if you do this crimp bead at this side and that side, this is how it will look. I want it suspended all the way. So you can also do it with, there was another thing that I wanted to do it was with this crystal beads, the big ones, the different colors, the blue, the red, the green, the crystal that we received. We can suspend that also. I mean, we received several strands, right? So we can do any one of them, but I picked this pearl because, as I told you guys, the history why I did it. But yep, so I will string in a crimp bead, a pearl. I'm so sorry. Okay. It's hard for me to, my vision is blurred. I am taking medication for this for the past 15 years, but some days are worse, sometimes it is better. So see, a crimp bead, a pearl, and a crimp bead. Okay, so we are going to suspend this at an equidistance. So first of all, I wanted to actually add all the beads, so I don't want you guys to painstakingly wait for me to add that crimp bead to this beading chain. I will finish adding all of this and come back and show you guys what I'm about to do. So I cut the chain about 17 inches. I want the necklace to be 18 inches in length. Considering the fact that I have a clasp, that will give me just about, say, 3/4 of an inch with, yeah, almost an inch. So that's how much I cut the chain. And so I added all the beads. I don't want a lot of beads, so I added only 7 beads in total in the necklace. Okay, so I started with a crimp bead, a pearl, 2 crimp beads, pearl, 2 crimps, pearls, and then end with 1 crimp. So then what I'm going to do here is, again, add my clamshell to the bead tip, the center hole, then add a crimp bead to this. Take my crimping pliers, bring the crimp bead to almost the end of the chain, go with the second hole or the hole closest to the handle, squeeze that first, and then go with the first hole and squeeze next, squeeze around, and now that's secure. Then pull your clamshell all the way to the end, the same deal. Take your bent nose pliers or needle nose or tweezle nose pliers, hold it secure in your hand, go like this and gently squeeze this close. Okay, there we go. Adjust it, see if the holes are aligned. They are. So actually now we can even go ahead and add, I will just secure these crimp beads. They are very expensive, so I just wanted to save it properly because I might lose it. So here we have some I do have what to say, a lobster claw in the jump ring, which I will use it for some other purposes. Now I will just remove the jump ring, or open up the jump ring. I don't want to remove it, I want to remove the lobster claw. So open up the jump ring. I know this is stainless steel and this is silver, but I'm okay with it. I feel that this magnetic clasp is much stronger, so that's why I'm using it, even though the color is clashing a bit, but you can always use mixed metals. So add that end of our clamshell loop, and then I close this nice and shut. Make sure it's nicely closed. Do the same the other side as well. Open up this jump ring and add the other end of the clamshell, the other clamshell on the other end, and make sure it's completely closed. So our project is almost done, trust me. Only thing is we need to, so as I said, you can just add these to the center of the necklace and have one crimp at the end and one crimp at this end and call it a day, right? But I want to suspend this evenly, so I push one pearl this side, actually two, so I have one in the middle, so three on either side. So I bring the middle one to the center of this chain. So make sure you have a crimp bead on either side, and this is about, say, in the center. See that? Keep it in the center, just like this. Okay, and then go ahead, take your crimping pliers, the divot which is closest to the handle, go ahead with that first. Okay, in a horizontal fashion, hold that and just give it a squeeze. Okay, now that is secured, go ahead and do the same to the other crimp on the other side of the pearl. I just want to take it in my hand. Okay. Squeeze. Now go ahead and go to the first divot and make it into a round. Do the same here for the other as well. So now this pearl is secured to the middle of your chain. So now you can arrange the rest. You can measure them, measure the distance between each pearl and arrange it, or you can eyeball them into it. It's totally up to you how you want to do. See how I have kept it here. So the end is here and the middle is here. Right now you secure these three in between this side and those three in between that side. So first I suggest doing one side, and then you can do the ones parallel to that easily. So here we go. So I just eyeball it and see if it is about, say, right. I feel, take your time, there is no rush. I feel that this is about, say, right. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and, as I said, I will do the second loop first. Take the bead in that, then go ahead and squish that first, leave it there. Okay, go ahead and do it in this as well. Okay, and then go ahead and do it in the third bead as well. Once you secure that, this won't move. See this? All three won't move. Then you can go ahead and do it for the other side. And then go ahead and squish with the first hole. Do the same this way. It'll be much more easier. See that? Now the last one. So here, see how it's suspended. I really like that look. So now it's easy. Once we have done this side, all you need to do is set up the bead right across parallel to the other side, and then crimp all these. So that's all we are going to do. Okay, there we go. This needs to be right where the other pearl is, right? And vice versa. First I will secure this one. Now I will gauge this according to the parallel ones rather than the straight ones. So here we go. So make sure you go with the second hole. Okay, do the same for this. It's not a rocket science, but if it is on the same length, it will look good, right? It doesn't have to be, precise, but we like it to be precise, don't we? Now you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and crimp it with the first divot. Okay, there is a small gap, but that's okay. So just take your time is all I would say. Maybe I rushed that one. See, this one has come properly. The last one. And this also just didn't realize. That's done. So the entire necklace is done. How cute is this? I really like this. You can wear it for yourself. I mean, it is a very simple design. It's classic, and then you can wear it for an evening or office or anything. Even teenagers will love this design. And I really like the magnetic clasp behind. But we got a lot of toggle clasp with this, so you can use that. And in the next video, so all we did was added the crimp tube and a clamshell, crimped the end of the chain, and then put the clamshell on top and close the clamshell, added a jump ring and then a clasp, and then we added two crimp beads on either side of the beads. We added 7 beads to the chain and then finished the chain off the same way we started. And then we just made the chain, the middle of the chain. First we secured the crimp bead on either side of the pearl in the middle. Then approximately we did eyeball it and then did all the beads on the sides. Then based on one side, I did the other side parallel to that the one that we did. So that's about it. This is the necklace. This is how it looks, and it looks very, very cute. Is in my opinion very, very simple design, yet very classic. You can make multiple of them. If you are thinking of giving it as gift, it will be very pretty. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.